Need Pokemon Go PvP coaching? Well, I'm on Metafy, so click the link in the video description. It'll take you right to my page. What's up, guys? Got another video today. This time it is not my gameplay, which is a good thing because guess what? I don't have access to Kommo-o. Today we are taking a look at a team created by the Terminal Sump himself with Kommo-o, Berserker, and Shadow Skuntank. And this is a pretty exciting looking team. I've heard we got a 9-game win streak coming up. But before we get into that, huge shout out to my Patreon supporters, including Terminal Sump himself. Could not be doing this without you guys. But yes, let's get right into this video. So yeah, it's this is one reason I like to feature other battlers. Usually I have like a minimum rating requirement. There's no rating in this season, but I did want to see some Kommo-o action, and Terminal Sump is a fantastic battler, so it felt like the perfect fit here. Kommo-o, a dragon fighter, the first of its kind. Honestly, in a pretty interesting position in Pokemon Go. Not a lot of dragons have fighting coverage. We've got Haxorus, which is another Pokemon I don't have, but it's far too squishy to really be used, and it's got counter, so it's on its fast move instead. Having this fighting coverage is fantastic because Kommo-o can farm something down with Dragon Tail and just shove close combats down any steel types, throw it afterwards. So very exciting for sure. I did read the comments on the last video. There's a lot of mixed responses, but generally from what I saw, it seemed like people wanted something like this, where there's a spicy Pokemon or two, right? Like Kommo-o was pretty new / spicy. Skuntank and Berserker, it's not like they're that common, but a legitimate team. Like, you don't want spice for spice. You want maybe a Pokemon used in an interesting way, or an interesting Pokemon played in a very meta way with a couple meta threats, such that the team actually is a really viable team in these leagues. Like, you guys aren't here trying to just look and have fun. You're trying to find some teams and some strategies and maybe some Pokemon that you might want to try out in your teams when the the rating from previous seasons resumes. Either way, I think that's enough of talking about that. I'm excited to see these battles. I actually have not taken a look at them yet, so you guys are watching for this for the first time just like I am. And yeah, I guess there's a loss to start it off. We have a Galvantula lead. This seems not the greatest for Berserker, but it looks like we're going to stay in. Kommo-o, I think, has a pretty good matchup versus Galv. Skuntank is a pretty neutral matchup, I'm guessing. They actually go for the discharge right away, and Terminal Sump is going to throw his foul play, grab a shield, stay in, and go for the foul play again. Did Berserker win CMP? Or did Galv just go for the farm? Yeah, Galv just going for the farm, going 2 shields down at this point. But this isn't too bad. Kommo-o here, I think. Does it resist both moves here? I think fighting resists Bug. Yeah, Bug is one of those types where I make some mistakes on just because it's not very common in Pokemon Go. But yeah, Kommo-o is able to eat the rest of that damage. Now there's a 2 shield advantage. See, Terminal Sump's already clicking that button to get out of there. He's double debuffed, does not want any part of that. And in comes the Walrein into the Scrafty. And Scrafty versus Skuntank is honestly pretty neutral matchups. Scrafty struggles versus poisons, but it's also great against darks. In this case, Skuntank and Scrafty are just going to be both throwing neutral damage at each other. Scrafty obviously is a little bit better bulk, so it's going to come out, or look like it's going to come out on top. If Skuntank is going to win this one, it's going to be with just a sliver of HP, and that's not going to leave a lot of farm for the Walrein here. And at this point, Kommo-o with a 2 shield advantage. Oh man, this close combat, I believe, is really gonna hurt. Yeah, there we go. One shots the Shadow Walrein. Amazing, honestly. So this one worked out perfectly right from the get-go. Didn't have to swap there out of the lead. Just took the 2 shield advantage and soaked up the energy. And we have another Galv lead. Is this a redo? Yes, it is. So I'm going to throw right away. Once again, Galv does win CMP, so last time they must have just tried to go for the farm down. Foul play going to come through. I'm almost sure it's going to grab a shield. Galv players love to shield, and this is making me think I put the same game in twice in a row. That would be kind of unfortunate, wouldn't it? But, oh no, this time takes a couple more hits. And discharge. It is a different game. What? Okay, wait. The last one was in Shadow. I feel like this is one of those pictures where you're trying to find the differences between the two. And there are only like 5 differences. But okay, we found them. I did not make a mistake. This is actually a different game. I wonder if it's the exact same Pokemon in the back. If we see the Scrafty rear, its ugly head. If it is, then it's probably a content creator team, which would make a lot of sense. And Trevenant, yeah, it's not even the same team. That's so weird. They even played it the same way. Sorry, I got way too worked up about that and ignored a ton of fantastic play here. But once again, Skuntank set up for success in the back. Going to be able to take out this Trevenant with a big crunch and get another win. Wow, Terminal Sump working on his way to 128 battle wins on that battle pass too. There's a lot of games. Alright, Trevenant lead. This is an interesting one. I think Berserker has the advantage here, but in comes Regirock. Interesting. Regirock switching. We don't see the close combat get thrown by Berserker. I thought we might see that. And the Focus Blast comes through and absolutely nails Kommo-o, but does not do nearly as much damage as you might expect. I think Terminal Sump is planning to shield the next Focus Blast anyways and just get some additional farm here. Yeah, builds up a little bit to the close combat. Does not want to have to tank a Stone Edge here. Throws the close combat. Trevenant comes in, and even though Trevenant usually is pretty good against these fighters, Kommo-o does primarily dragon damage. Honestly, didn't do as much as I thought, but a decent amount of damage is going to allow Berserker to come in and get a one-shot here with the foul play if they let this through. They do not. The Trevenant versus Berserker match, yeah, like I said, it's interesting. Berserker doesn't really want to take a Shadow Ball. It's going to deal a ton of damage, and in comes the Talonflame. Luckily, going to be able to get to the foul play in time, and Skuntank is going to have its work cut out for it against this Talonflame, but they don't shield the foul play. Skuntank is going to have to look for the farm down here, and we'll see if Skuntank can get it. Going to be a shield here first, and they go for the Brave Bird, instantly going down afterwards. Well, that's going to solve that problem nice and easy. Trevenant comes in, has to shield the first crunch, but the second crunch is going to be a little bit too much for this tree to handle. Unsolid once again. Kommo-o comes in, takes down Regirock, translates that into some more damage somewhere else. Pretty solid Pokemon. Berserker is honestly a Pokemon I really want to play with as well in Ultra League. It just, the moveset is just so nice. Talonflame lead, come in with Kommo-o, and they're staying in. It looks like they're going for the Brave Bird. Yeah, Brave Bird. And in comes Samurott, so this is not an answer to Kommo-o. I mean, it is an answer. It's not a good answer. This Hydro Cannon is going to do almost no damage. These Fury Cutters are also resisted. That's this weird dragon fighting typing really coming in handy, walling the entirety of Samurott's moveset, Bug and Water, both resisted. And also walling Talonflame for the most part too. And Kommo-o is going to get to another move. And either Samurott will have to shield this, or Kommo-o will win switch in even shields. And it's Swampert in the back. So Kommo-o, wait, Kommo-o is actually going on a rampage this game. There's nothing that can stop this thing. Yeah, even if Swampert gets, oh my god, Swampert gets to Hydro Cannon, and there's a fantastic catch by Terminal Sump. He's going to catch the move on the Berserker. In comes Talonflame. This looks like it's going to be an easy farm down, but unfortunately for Talonflame, it actually isn't. Berserker is going to be able to get to this foul play, deal a ton of damage, or grab a shield. And Skuntank is still remaining here. So we'll see what Terminal Sump wants to do. Either way, he can... Oh, he's actually going to use his shield. I guess he's feeling his Kommo-o this game. Throws one more Dragon Tail. Throws the Dragon Claw. This should be enough to take out the Talonflame. And then in comes Swampert. And it's just a matter of getting to that Dragon Tail. And pretty good catch attempt there. It looks like there was maybe a little bit of a refund. Swampert is forced to take out the Skuntank there, and then Kommo-o can come in and get to that Dragon Claw. Wow, what a game for Kommo-o. So I guess, yeah, not a lot of people preparing for this thing, right? Like, I doubt many more players than the ones that have played Terminal Sump have actually played against the Kommo-o. But there we have it, 4 wins out of 5. That's 4 in a row even. Going on to the next set. Got Melmetal in the lead. This is a very similar matchup, actually. 2 Steel-type Pokemon that are renowned for charging and throwing fighting moves and dipping. And we have the Superpower and Dip coming out. I'm actually surprised we see this the close combat coming back the other way. I think Foul Play might have been enough if you didn't want to debuff yourself. But Terminal Sump is okay, letting his Berserker go down. This Melmetal is debuffed. He's got shield advantage, comes with the Kommo-o, and in comes Giratina. Unfortunately, it is Dragon Breath Giratina. Those Dragon Breaths are really adding up. The Dragon Claws will deal some significant damage too, but yeah, if this was Shadow Claws, it would be much better for the team. But yeah, the Dragon Breaths dealing damage, or more damage to both Kommo-o and Skuntank. But Skuntank threatens it back with a big crunch. They're going to let it go. I'm assuming the Melmetal is going to come back in here. This is its kind of one chance. We'll throw the Rock Slide right away. Shield's going to come out from Skuntank. This is a pretty tough situation right here. We don't even know what the third Pokemon is at this point. And maybe that's a good sign. Oh, they let the Flamethrower through. And that's a huge hit. And it's Talonflame in the back. So this is something that Kommo-o actually really does well against. Going for the, what looks to be CMP tie, but I guess a little bit late against the Talonflame. Gets pulled into the false CMP anyways. Big Dragon Claw coming through. And then just one more Dragon Tails. All that's needed to get to that next Dragon Claw. And this one should assure victory here. It doesn't quite take out the Talonflame, but now the Talonflame, even if it takes out this Kommo-o, is going to have to deal with the Skuntank. And I don't think Flame Charge, yeah, it's not going to be enough. It's resisted. Honestly, the number of resistances on this thing, quite impressive. Just really have to keep it away from those Fairy types, right? Double weakness to Fairy. And I guess Flyers as well. Anyways, Deoxys Defense lead. This is an interesting lead. Both Pokemon dealing super effective damage to each other with their fast moves, but you can just look at the bulk difference there. Deoxys Defense looks like it's doing a ton more. And yeah, it's going to get to this Thunderbolt, I'm assuming. Rock Slide, bait, wow. Or maybe it's a Rock Slide Psycho Boost. Elects not to throw the Foul Play. Instead, going to bring the Kommo-o straight into the Talonflame. And they go straight for the Brave Bird, so these players are not messing around. Oh, okay. Colonel Sub decides to throw the Dragon Claw there. I think he might have been able to farm down. It would have been close, but with the Brave Bird debuff, definitely had potential. But with two shields down, it's a bit of an uphill battle here, especially when an Ice type comes in with Articuno. Not a Pokemon I've seen a lot in Open Ultra recently. Coming to soak up these Dragon Claws and deal some super effective damage. I think Close Combat would definitely do more damage here, but debuffing yourself is almost assuredly a recipe for them to farm you down. And this Articuno does have quite a bit of energy now, but has to spend some on the Icy Wind, so it turns out not throwing the Close Combat there is going to potentially pay off. Foul Play going to come right through, and we are going to see a shield from this Articuno. It looks like it does want to get another move off. No shields left for Terminal Sump, so it really is... Oh my god, the Hurricane. And it really is up to this Skuntank, but we know there's a Deoxys in the back. There's just a Deoxys, just an Articuno. Got to plan the win condition here. This Deoxys is going to deal some significant damage. Good over farm by Terminal Sump to make sure that this Deoxys isn't getting to another move to take out the Skuntank, but will still have enough energy to hopefully beat this Articuno to an Icy Wind, and it's perfect. Just in time. Well, I guess maybe one or two extra, but great win. A lot of good plays there, and Shadow Skuntank closes out yet again. Honestly, one of those Pokemon that I really want to build as well, but I feel like I'm a bit limited on the candies right now. Skuntank. Yeah, we have a Charizard lead, and it's Dragon Breath. Actually, great job not switching right away and just checking what the fast move on this thing is. Fire Spin, obviously, you probably don't want to stay in, but Dragon Breath, swapping into Kommo-o would be a huge mistake. And we're going to see a shield coming out here, and it is a Blast Burn. Not a lot of baits going on these videos, so... do appreciate the high-level gameplay. Foul Play is going to come out, take down the Charizard. Now, Berserker's still pretty healthy. In comes Escav, and we're going to see a Foul Play come out. And another shield, and now going to try and make it to the Close Combat. Not going to quite get there, but that's okay. I don't think Terminal Sump is planning on saving his Berserker anyways. Instead, with the Kommo-o coming in. Interesting. I guess Skuntank really does have to land that Flamethrower for it to be effective, and they do have a shield remaining. But Kommo-o is just going to go for the Close Combat. Swap out. Wow, that's a lot of damage. And there's the Swampert. And you know what? This is just Kommo-o just beating the backline here. I think his opponent really had to hope that he was going to throw the bait there, and he did not. Close Combat absolutely chunks. Honestly, it's nice having a Close Combat user that's not like pure fighting or something like that. I feel like most Close Combat users are pure fighting, and it's just kind of boring. Kommo-o kind of brings that non-fighting damage. Like, it's always counter close combat or something like that. I'm glad it's Dragon Tail close combat here. This really spices it up a little bit. But yeah, Kommo actually on the ropes from this Swampert, but no, that shield is going to be enough to get this Dragon Tail off, and the Swampert is Shadow. It's going to deal enough to take it down, no problem. Actually, what I want to see? I want to see Shadow Kommo-o. I feel like Shadow Kommo-o would be very good. So in about 20 years, when I found my first regular Kommo-o, I can get a Shadow one maybe from a balloon. Anyways, we have an Alolan Ninetales lead into a Porygon 2. This is really spicy, but despite being a normal type against a ghost type fast move, you don't really want to be swapping into a close combat user, especially when there's another close combat user in the back. Gonna no shield this move. We'll see what Porygon 2 actually has. It's Tri Attack. And yep, attack fell, defense fell. This is one of the most annoying Pokemon to play against. It's just so frustrating. Thermal Sun farms up a little bit. I don't even know, will this close combat KO with these debuffs? Yes, it still will. Okay, that's a lot of damage. Never mind. I don't know why I doubted that even for a second. Alolan Ninetales going to come in. That's probably one of the hardest counters to Kommo-o in the game, so it's good that you got it out of the way there. Skuntank going to throw this Crunch to stall the clock against the Swampert, but the problem is there's no real answer to Swampert now that Kommo-o is gone. So it's a bit of a tricky situation. We see the no shield come through, as I think the only win con there was calling that bait. He's gonna shield this Hydro Cannon because he absolutely needs to get this foul play off. He undercharges it a little bit too. Oh, interesting. Ooh. I think I would have just taken that Swampert out. That Swampert is a huge threat. Whereas this Alolan Ninetales, you got two Pokemon that can kind of deal with it. I guess it's funny. Yeah, they're a core. So it works out. Tough shield. But yes, good shield because it was a Dazzling Gleam. We're going to see the farm up to 2 crunches. Did you quite get to 2 crunches? We'll see. I think he realized he did not. And a perfect undercharge this time. Wow. Completely bringing it back from the first undercharge. That's exactly how you need to undercharge, and having that move when the Swampert comes back in, very important just in case it has a move as well. And that's a fantastic win right there. Is that 8 in a row? I think that's 8 wins in a row. The Cresselia lead, another good lead here for Berserker. In comes the Swampert, and attempted catch on Kommo-o doesn't pan out, but it's still a pretty good matchup regardless. We see the Swampert go straight Earthquake here, so the shield is absolutely massive. Terminal Slump is going to take advantage of this window of opportunity here to build up a little bit more, just in case they let this through, which they don't. And they're going to throw another move. We're going to see another shield. This time it's a Hydro Cannon. And Kommo will throw yet another Dragon Claw. That seems to be the story of this game. Met with another shield. And they actually swap out into Melmetal. Oh no, trainer, that is a mistake. This close combat is going to absolutely annihilate this Melmetal. And you know what? Not even going to swap out. Kommo-o takes resisted damage from Rock Slide. Superpower. Okay. I was wrong. Will do enough damage to take out Kommo-o. But this will create a little bit of a farm opportunity for Berserker. In comes Cresselia into Berserker. So that's not a great sign for this trainer. But I might consider swapping out here the Berserker versus Cresselia, considering this is their best bet. And they both swap at the same time. Skuntank actually catches this Earthquake. Oh my god. And the rest is history. Cresselia is not going to be able to do anything to Berserker, especially with not that amount of HP. And you know what? That's a 5-0. Bringing this to a 9-game win streak with Kommo-o. And honestly, this wasn't one of those videos where it felt like the featured or spice Pokemon or whatever kind of got carried. It did a lot of work. Honestly, I feel like, well, honestly, Berserker did a lot of work too. But Kommo-o did a lot of work here, especially in that safe swap position. Usually those Pokemon kind of get fed to the wolves. In this case, Pokemon get fed to Kommo-o. So, I don't know. I feel like if it was more common, it definitely would be a mainstay in Ultra. But I don't know how many, like, let me know if you guys in the comments have seen a Kommo-o or Jangmo-o or whatever the first evolution is. Sorry, I haven't seen it. It's so rare. I don't even know what it's called. But yeah, if it was more accessible, I feel like it could be a very strong Pokemon. So maybe if you've got one, if you got some extra rare candies, try it out in Ultra League. And, well, even Great League could have a niche as well. Either way, Appreciate you guys watching all the way to the end. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It does help out, and all my socials are in the comments. So if you want to follow along there, they're right there. Either way, thanks for watching.